You made the right choice by choosing a first response ovulation test. It can be very hard to figure out the best time to try to get pregnant on your own. And First Response has the ovulation test that narrows down your 2 most fertile days. Unlike apps, many of which use an algorithm based on data from a large random group of women, First Response uses your own LH surge to predict the 48 hours you're most likely to get pregnant. One of the most important things to keep in mind when taking an ovulation test, and one of the most confusing for many women, is when to begin testing. It's really a lot simpler than it seems. You'll just need to know the length of your cycle and the first day of your last period, which is the first day of bleeding or spotting. Let's call that day 1. Then, just count forward to day 11. That's the day to begin testing. If your cycle length varies by more than a few days each month, that's okay. Just figure out the average number of days of your last 3 cycles and start testing on the day that corresponds with your cycle length in the chart shown. This information is also on the insert in your First Response ovulation test box. I recommend you read it thoroughly before you start testing. Now you're ready to begin. You don't need to test the first thing in the morning, but you should test the same time every day. So choose a time that works best for you. And take care to not urinate or drink 2 hours prior to taking your test. First Response makes it easy with 2 ways to test. First, remove your test stick from its foil wrapper and lift off the clear overcap. Then hold the test by its thumb grip with the absorbent tip pointing downwards and with the display window facing away from you. And just place the tip in your urine stream for 5 seconds, taking care not to get the plastic stick wet. Or simply collect some urine in a clean, dry cup and dip the absorbent tip in it for 5 seconds. Keep holding the stick with the tip pointing down, replace the clear overcap, and lay the stick on a hard, flat surface with the display window facing up. It's easy. Your results will be ready in 5 minutes, though you may see a pink color moving across your result window before then. This tells you that your test is working. Your First Response ovulation test is looking for something called an LH surge. LH is luteinizing hormone, the hormone responsible for ovulation, or the release of an egg from one of your ovaries. A sudden surge or rise in this hormone tells you that you should ovulate in 24 to 36 hours. You'll know you've had an LH surge if your test line is the same color or darker than the pink reference line on your test stick. And you'll be most likely to conceive if you have sex within the next 24 to 36 hours. If you don't see a test line, or if it's a lighter shade of pink than your reference line, you haven't had an LH surge just yet, and you should keep testing every day at the same time of day until you detect one. And be sure to take only 1 test on any given day. Even though you've detected an LH surge and had sex on the 2 most fertile days First Response has zeroed in on, there's no guarantee you'll get pregnant the first time you try, but don't worry. In fact, it can take healthy couples many months to conceive. If after several months you have no success, consult your healthcare professional. And remember that it's never too early to start eating well, taking prenatal vitamins, and doing what you can to take the best care of yourself.